Hello everyone, it's me again with another Final Fantasy XIV event video. This time, it's the Rising 2025, and my bad, I missed the Moonfire Fair this year. My mistake. I thought I had more time, and I went to go record it, and I thought it was the last day, but it actually ended the day before, so I completely missed it. And looking at what the reward was afterwards, don't really care that I missed it, to be honest. I don't care. Alright, so first we're gonna go over here and we're gonna talk to the Rising attendant. In looking to the past, we take solace in the present and think of what the future may hold. That is the very essence of the Rising. This year, we have prepared a spectacular fireworks celebration. It is sure to enthrall everyone in attendance. The Rising is a period of remembrance that commemorates those lives that were lost during the great tragedy that was the Calamity. We also pay tribute to the unsung heroes who risked life and limb that others might know a brighter future. And so the streets are decorated with somber trappings, and the night skies filled with vibrant fireworks. May the solemn atmosphere and bright lights above spur us to reflect on the doom pretended by Dalamud, that we might give thanks for the present and muster hope for a brighter tomorrow. And then we got our good old friend, the Wandering Minstrel. An adventurous ambition. The Wandering Minstrel is in search of inspiration. Well now, if it isn't my adventurer friend, Count. It could only be a blessing from the Navigator that we should meet again here and now. You see, I've been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform this Rising. I have a mind to speak with the locals for their tales, for which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? I'm truly grateful. During the Rising, we remember those we lost in the Calamity, even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. 'Tis my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there is no better place for talk in Limsa Lamensa than the Drowning Wench. Let us first seek out the barkeep, Badaron, and see if he has aught of interest to share. Oh, come on! What's the harm? What's the harm? You'll get yourself killed, that's the harm. I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so badly anyway, Richa? It's Ratata. There's this place I need to go to. The problem is the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. Is this shadowing looking really weird to anyone else too? Are you seeing this? But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please, let me sign up. It ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to those I sign up. If I let someone what's clearly unprepared head out there and they end up hurt or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't even get me started on the damage it'd cause the guild's reputation. So you can forget about signing up until you're older. Much older. But it has to be now, during the Rising. Why do you have to be so responsible? It comes with age, lass. Now run along and get yourself home. Is everything well? Sorry you had to see that. The little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, but I said no and sent her on her way. Still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but do you reckon you could keep an eye on Richa? I'd do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. The timing of the rising seemed to be of the essence to the little one. Intriguing, would you not agree? Let us ask her about that. I'm in your debt. Now, the nearest city exit's the Tempest Gate, over by the Aft Castle. I suggest you begin by talking to Clindrail, the sentry yonder. I'll be honest, I have no idea how to pronounce that kid's name. Ooh, rising vendor. Hello. Fireworks. The Yellow Jackets keep constant watch at every city gate. If Richa has come through, they will have surely seen her. The lowlands of Lenosha await you on the other side of the Tempest Gate. At Baderon's behest, you say? As it happens, a girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Makote peddler, so at a glance one might think them parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade Ayoyo outside, and I expect she stopped the little one for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Our thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once. What do we have here? 'Tis well the Yellow Jackets noticed her ere she had gotten far. Damn it, they saw straight through my disguise. Well now, if it ain't the good minstrel and our kindly helper. Pleasure to see the two of ye again. But what brings ye here today? So, Baderon sent ye after the little one. I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Richa, was it, dearie? Even without others telling you, you ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it that you want to do so badly you'd risk your life like this? There's something that I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. We understand that you have your reasons, Richa. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you'd be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. But I don't have any money, and what adventurer would want to help a child anyway? Why, our friend here, of course. You can count on me. I shall be glad to provide suitable recompense in Richa's stead. While a part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for a song above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. You'll really help me? Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what exactly it is you need, and he'll be able to help you all the better. The place I want to go to is a lighthouse here in Lower Lenosha. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appear there during the rising. They're supposedly lighthouse keepers who died in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the dead. But that's gotta be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area. Ashan's torch is the only one as civilians can still get to. Don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious, so I'll come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things easier, I reckon. The outside, That's outside of a skirmish anyway. Being a cannoneer, I'm more at home blasting things from a distance. If we run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. As I said, I never heard about ghosts appearing at the lighthouse. Wonder why Richa's so interested in them. If young Richa is heading to Ashan's torch, then someone should report as much to Badaron. So, what's your name, adventurer? Count Funkula. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Ashan's torch and we'll see if the rumor about the ghost is true. A light that ever burns. Richa is champing at the bit to set forth. What's this? Wind up Gulul Jaja. It watches your progress with great interest. Are you ready to go, Count? As much as I would like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench to apprise Badaron of these developments. Besides, to hear your accounts afterwards, what you learned and felt will also bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. Right, to begin with, how about we head east to the Madman Bridge? It'll give Richa a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in places, so take care you don't take a tumble now. I'll be fine, don't worry. Let the adventure begin. You can tell I'm very, very out of practice when it comes to reading out loud. I have not streamed anything in months. So reading out loud is just something I don't really do anymore. And here it is, Madman Bridge. If you head north, you'll get to the Red Rooster Stead, but our destination takes us south. A vital route for trade is the bridge, but it prowls with bandits and fiends beyond. That's why it was given its name, as a warning to younglings. Look, a river, and there's some sort of strange animal. We sometimes see children out this way with their folks, but I take it you've never been? Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents died in the calamity. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice, and I have lots of fun. That'd be Limlian's Shoals, I take it? It's an orphanage run by a former sanguine siren, in case you wasn't aware. A fine place by all accounts. If that's where Richa's from, I'll have one of me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let 'em think she's missing. Right then, next we'll make for Ashan's Embrace, up this here hill. Take it slow so you don't wear yourself down. It's so quiet out here. Where's all the music? It's kind of like eerily quiet and peaceful. I don't remember this person. Are you? No. Leave me be, traveler. Me fellow Yellow Jackets patrol these parts. Lest you worry, they know I ain't on some pleasure jaunt. Whoa, we're so high up. This is amazing. I felt the same way when I looked out from here the first time. This bridge was built where a tidal wave sundered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determination to rise above tragedy. Miss Dorothea, that's the headmistress, said that we Leminsons work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you, Count? Do you like being an adventurer? I'd rather not work at all, to be honest. Really? I guess it's not so simple. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorothea said. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone, and I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Seems Richa has got something she needs to get off her chest. And wanting to verify the rumor, mayhaps she... but there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on. The music still hasn't kicked on, by the way. Is that normal? I see the lighthouse. That there's Ashan's torch, one of two lighthouses here what are named for gods. The lighthouse keeper's a bloke named Who names these fucking characters, dude? Oh my god, hold on. The lighthouse keeper's a bloke named Rastnz. You can ask him about ghosts and anything else you like. Lighthouse keeper. So, about the reason why I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see, but they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought that maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. So that's why you want to prove the rumor wrong. You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things. Aye, but a part of me wishes that the rumor was true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going. Hey, music! What are we looking at? Oh. I can understand the desire to see those who are gone, to say words to them you couldn't in life. It's a feeling everyone knows at some point. That's actually true, by the way. Whoa, the sea's frozen in a splash. Amazing. This area was ardent by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swaths of land, a piece of Delamid came crashing down yonder. They say it caused aether to gush out of the land and crystallized all at once. At that time, I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for father and mother. Hey, the music's gone again. I kind of like it better quiet. Hey, I remember this guy. Rostens has been here since the calamity. It's lonely work, and he's always glad to have guests. Even if there aren't any ghosts, Well now, if it ain't guests, what brings you to the torch? Ghosts during the rising? For all me years as a keeper, I've not seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. It's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry for a specter. So father and mother weren't ghosts after all. But I must say, it's a surprise to see Rato's little girl here. Your parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper. They had charge of Limlian's ring yonder. Nowadays, it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to hire adventurers, and grizzled ones at that, just to deliver supplies. If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me in Limsa Laminsa during the calamity and died in the tidal wave. Why did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know. I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report. But your folks did everything they could to protect Limlian's ring. They built a breakwater, using anything and everything they had on hand. But in the end, there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Know, though, that your folks didn't die in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives. I see. They really were noble souls, like Mr. Rathia said. But if I could choose, I wish that they were still here. This is just a thought, but how'd you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but what I know I'd be glad to share with you. I'd like that. I'd like that very much. Good morning, Count. I got up early to look at the lighthouse, where my father and mother used to be. For the longest time, I felt as though they'd abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time so I could ask them why they had to go, and to tell them that I missed them. Are you disappointed that there weren't any ghosts? Maybe a little. Still, I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others, like them and like you. So thank you for bringing me here. Oh shit, we're back here. Well, it ended up being a longer jaunt than expected, but I'm glad we did it. Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. You're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to see me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear? Well, I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Mr. Rathia won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect? In which case, a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to it Richa gets home safely. Be sure to catch the special fireworks afterwards, eh? Be seeing you, Count. Alright. I haven't been to the anchor yard in ages. I think the last time I was there was years ago with, I want to say Lorenzo and Epona. Because before I did Heaven's Word, that's where we had our temporary hideout place. It was our headquarters before we bought a house. Back in ye olden times. Ah, welcome back, my friend. Was young Richa able to find that which she sought? So, her true purpose was to see if the ghosts were her parents who were taken by the calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there are so many tales out there, it is impossible for us to know every single one. Yet, a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Count, not only for granting Richa's wish, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to be... Bro, it's behind you. Turn around! While we wait for the special fireworks to begin... Or maybe it's different. Might you tell me more of your excursion? Maybe it's like extra special fireworks that aren't these fireworks. Yes, it comes to me. A verse for all who strive onwards, this day and every day. Huh? Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. Thank you for purchasing Dawn Trail expansion. Thanks for purchasing the Dawn Trail expansion, even though you've only just completed Shadowbringers and you still haven't even played Endwalker yet. Why haven't you played my game? For long years, we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as surely as it does today, the most natural of things. Along the way, I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed. What about the gaze? I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I have been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. To learn from successes and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. This is what I had resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you at our side on the road ahead. And I pray that upon this journey of life that we have the honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. This world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. He's a Pokemon master. What's he trying to say? Why does he have all those different Pokemon? Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales, see them delivered. In doing you... What? Hold on, I need to read that again. Forget that happened. Okay. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you this song. A song of journeys fulfilling. Oh, the special fireworks! In gleaming gold the sun does rise. The boundless sky it calls. In silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. So far away the guiding light that you do now espy, but flames of life their warmth impart to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memory's refrain. I have no doubt that you, Richa, and a Yo-Yo shall give rise to a great many more tales. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships, and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time, I bid you remember this. No matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength, a beacon to light your way in the darkness. Everything that he's saying is code words for the next expansion. Shadowbringers 2 coming next year. What's this? Oh yeah. We got another minion. Delightful Dozen. What's this say? Wind up Galul Jaja. Designed in the likeness of Galul Jaja, this mammoth was created to commemorate the 70th anniversary of his ascension as Dawn Servant. It would seem that those Mamulja who journeyed to Eorzea brought these units with them with the intent of impressing upon the locals the glory of their kind. Galul Jaja, mightiest of the blessed, arise. When they're not whipping their dicks out at the hot springs. Where are those fireworks even coming from? What the fuck? They're just coming out of the water? Okay. Anyway, that was the Rising event for 2025. Thanks for watching. My bad about the Moonfire Fair. I didn't mean to miss it. That was a mistake. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time if I don't forget.